I've already done a video on updating the Sync 3 system on Ford. What this video does, it should show it more clearly than the last one that I did, but more importantly, it shows you how to recover when you've made a mistake, like I did. If you want to just skip straight to that bit, then go to the timeline that's on the screen now. Otherwise, just watch the video. First bit is nice and simple. You just need to see whether or not there is a download or an update available for you. So you go to the Sync update web page for Ford. We've already got it highlighted there because I've had a look at it before. Click on it. And that takes you to this page. Now you are going to need your VIN number because Ford keeps a track of the updates that you've had specific to your vehicle. So there's my VIN number already put in, and what we're going to do is check for an update. And to do that, just click the check for update. It'll do a search of its database, and it tells us that we have got an update available that's about 25 gig. That's quite a large one, that they're not usually that big. So click on it, accept to download the software, and you just need to save as, and I'm going to do that onto the desktop because I need to extract that software to a USB stick later. So let's just get that saved to the desktop, and then when it's downloaded we'll do the extraction. Something to note at this point, the file was huge and it kept pausing, so I kept having to go into it and resume it, but it downloaded eventually. And the next thing to do is find a USB stick that's big enough and then format it. And we need to format it in exFAT. Make sure that you do that, otherwise the vehicle won't accept it. So once you've got it in, highlight it, over to format, change the FAT32, which is the default, over to exFAT, and then just start the format. Does it nice and quickly, and then you've got an empty stick ready for the extracted files to sit on. All the instructions are on the Ford Sync website, but obviously sometimes it's just a bit easier to see it actually being done. And when the file's eventually downloaded, just go to where your downloaded location is, right click on it, and you need to go to extract all, and then give it the location where you want it to be extracted to. So obviously we need it extracted onto the formatted USB stick. So once you've done that, just click extract, and again, this takes a while, but once it's all done and dusted, you should have these files on there. 3 separate files, the Sync My Ride folder and 2 other files. So before we do the update, we'll just have a look at the screens and just see if there's going to be any change. So if we go into settings first, and then into general, and we scroll up, we can look at about sync, and it just tells us there that we're on Sync 3 obviously, and this is version 3, build 19205, so we're going to jump up quite a bit from that. So we're back on the home screen, the engine's on but not turning over, we've got the USB stick there, and now I've removed all the USB leads that were in the USB ports out, so we've just got this that's going in. So we'll plug this in and see what comes up on the screen. Right, okay, so it's detected the USB stick. Let's press next. Saying that we've got to leave it on all the time, so we'll do that. Yes. And as you can see up here now, it's saying updating system software. Probably going to take about half an hour. Okay, that's it, all done and dusted. This one probably took about 20 minutes to complete. So we'll take the USB out now. I've got to restart the vehicle. There is a process of doing it where you've got to leave the vehicle, take your keys out obviously, lock the vehicle, then get back in, unlock it. So let's just see what it looks like afterwards. Right, let's turn the ignition on. Let's go into settings, general. Let's come back up and have a look at sync. And there we go, you can see that it's changed to
When we get rid of that, it's now changed to build 20204, which is basically version 3.02. Right, so if we have a look up here, we've got the arrow, and if we click on that, it should give us an update. All done and dusted, and it was that easy.
One final step now, and that's to tell Ford that we've actually completed the update. So on the USB stick, you've actually got an XML file now. We go back to the update page, to the confirmation, and basically after putting the USB stick in, we upload the XML file. That tells Ford that everything's been updated. And then finally, what you might want to do is just run another update check to see if there's any more updates. So that's what I'm doing here. And it should tell us, yep, the sync system's up to date, so there's nothing else to do now. So we've got a fully updated Sync 3 system and the latest maps as well.
So saying that it was nice and easy, it wasn't that easy because I made the error of running the update without the engine running, so it actually everything turned off just before it finished, unfortunately. There is a way, if you do manage to make a mess of everything, there is a way out of that, and I'll show you that now.
And it's a really simple thing to do. So you need to do a search for sync update troubleshooting, which will bring you to this page, and you need to download this file. Do exactly the same as usual, which is extract it all onto an exFAT USB, pop that into the car, and then you'll get a new confirmation file which you upload as if you've just completed an update, and it tells Ford where you're up to with the installation, and then you just rerun the update. It'll give you a new file and then start afresh on that, and that sorted my problems straight away. And that's that. How to update your Sync 3, nice and easy. And if you do something stupid like I did and do it without the engine running, well, the solution's at the end for you there.